We were both 25 when we met, me and the woman who would teach me one of the most painful lessons of my life. She was striking, undeniably beautiful, the kind of woman who turned heads without trying. From the start, a small part of me never felt quite enough, like I was borrowing time in a relationship I somehow didn't fully deserve. But for a year, she stayed, and it felt real. A year into our relationship, she landed an incredible opportunity in Europe, a dream job with a dream salary. We talked about it, and even though I couldn't afford to follow her, I encouraged her to take it. Long distance wouldn't be easy, but we made plans. We kept in touch daily through texts and video calls. I told myself we were strong enough to make it. Then things changed. She started mentioning a co-worker, someone who flirted with her, but who she assured me meant nothing. I believed her. I wanted to believe her. Then one week, she stopped replying. I stared at red receipts for 2 weeks, wondering what the hell was happening. Finally, I reached out again, gently asking if she was okay. Her reply hit me like a sledgehammer. She admitted she had slept with that co-worker. Her explanation? She didn't know how to tell me sooner. She even went so far as to say the sex was bad, offering uncomfortable details that I wish I never heard, as if that somehow softened the betrayal. She said she needed space to figure things out, but from my end, it just felt like she wanted me to carry her guilt too. A month passed, then another. She left me in silence, a ghost. I tried once more, just one message. No response. Eventually, I stopped hoping. I started going to therapy again, revisiting the place I had turned to after college. The pain was heavy, and the confusion even worse. But I chose healing. By the 4th month, I'd stopped waiting for closure. I didn't act out or seek revenge. I stayed grounded. Then, life surprised me. There was this girl, my stylist. She had always been warm, funny, kind. I'd known her casually for nearly a year. One day, I asked her out. I didn't expect much. But that first date felt like sunlight after a long, bitter winter. She laughed at my jokes. We talked for hours. There was no pretense, no anxiety, just ease. 5 dates later, we made it official. I was honest with her from the beginning about my past, about the trust issues I still carried. She understood. Her ex had cheated on her too. And from there, we began something quiet, stable, and real. 6 months passed since the day I found out my ex had betrayed me. I had moved on, not just with someone new, but as a person. My new girlfriend met my parents. I met her mom. Things felt easy, better than I ever imagined they could feel again. Then, one weekend, we had a family get-together. There were games, laughter, and the kind of joy I hadn't experienced in a long time. I posted a few pictures on Instagram, just some snapshots of a good day. Us smiling, happy. The next morning, chaos. My phone was lit up with furious texts from my ex, accusing me of abandoning her, calling me not man enough to tell her it was over, as if she hadn't disappeared for 6 months after cheating and asking for space. As if she hadn't left me in limbo while she sorted out her own selfish decisions. I blocked her number. Then came the messages on Instagram, the email, the relentless, uninvited resurgence of someone who thought the door would always be open for her, no matter how cruelly she'd close it on me. I finally responded once, not for her, but for myself. I told her what she needed to hear, what I needed to say. She didn't get to be angry. She was the one who turned her back on us. She didn't get to play victim or rewrite the story. She betrayed me, disappeared, and only came back when she realized I was no longer broken. I told her I considered her and our relationship dead, and she needed to live with what she had done. But she wasn't done yet. She messaged my new girlfriend, sent cruel, petty insults about her appearance, about our connection, tried to shake something that she could never touch. My girlfriend handled it with grace. She blocked her too. We laughed about it, honestly, because it was sad, pathetic, and we carried on. Some of my ex's friends messaged me too, painting me as the bad guy, but I owe them nothing. I gave her a chance to talk, to explain, to fix things, and she vanished. I respected her need for space, and in return, She abandoned me completely. Now that I've moved on, she suddenly wants closure on her terms. That's not how life works. She thought I'd be waiting, that I'd forgive, forget, and let her come back when she was ready. But I learned something in those months. I learned what I deserve. And it's not her. The truth? Her cheating broke me, but her silence freed me. And in the space she left behind, I found someone who didn't make me question my worth, who didn't leave me on read, and who never made me feel like I was lucky just to be with her. Now I'm building something honest. No games, no power plays. Just love. So to her, I say, you don't get to come back and rewrite the ending. You already had your last word. This story has moved on without you,